Hi, welcome back for our episode today. We've got some special guests. This is Matt Smith. He is a vet, doctor of veterinary medicine, and we have a couple of other special guests. This is Olive and this is Lucy, and they actually are not here by choice. They really would rather not be here, but we're going to take good care of them, and we're going to show you how to safely and humanely take care of emptying your pet's dog's anal sacs. And Matt's going to show us how to do that today, so you don't have to go to the vet to have this done. And so we're going to go ahead and get started. And there are actually a couple ways to do this, right, Matt?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to demonstrate the first way on Lucy here. And we should probably have some treats for her. Should we have some treats?
Sure.
Okay.
Keep her occupied.
Keep her occupied. Okay, so I'm going to angle this down here. So Lucy has no idea what's going on, but she's a good girl. And Matt's going to have some gloves here.
Yeah, you always want to have gloves just because it's gross. It's very stinky stuff. There's two ways to do it. You can kind of do it in an external way or internal. We'll start with the external. Can you hold? We'll need you to hold her.
Okay.
I can't do both. I can't hold her and do the glove.
Oh, maybe I should put Olive down.
I think you have to do one at a time.
One at a time. Okay, we'll do her first.
Okay.
Now, can you do this with cats?
Yes, I always do the external method with cats just because they're smaller. Let me grab a paper towel real quick.
Oh, do cats build up anal?
Yeah,
Anal?
they don't technically. I think because they groom more, they don't usually have a problem with it. But
Oh,
they certainly can.
Do they eat it?
I don't know.
Okay, so what are you doing here, Matt?
Okay, so now we're just going to. I usually have a paper towel in my hand, and for the external method, the anal glands.
Oh, we're gonna do that on Olive.
The external.
The external.
So we're gonna do internal here.
We're gonna do
we
internal.
need some lube for her. Do we have any lube or anything?
No.
Well, okay. So you look at the anus as a clock face, and 12 o'clock at the top, 6 o'clock at the bottom. So there's two anal glands under the skin, one at about 5 o'clock and one at about 7. And so to do the internal way, ideally you want to use a little bit of lubricant.
Is this hurting her without
Yeah, it'll
lubricant?
probably be a little sore.
Well, then should we not be doing this? Can we use some soap?
Not soap, but you could use any kind of baby oil or anything.
Oh, let's do some oil, because we don't want to hurt her.
Okay.
Okay, let's get some oil.
Do you want to pause it?
Well, no, that's okay. Where do I put the
It's
oil?
on my finger. Not the best way to do it, but sometimes you work with what you have. And anything just to lubricate. Olive's down here. Olive, you're next. Don't worry. Okay.
Olive says, I want mine.
You want some attention? You're gonna get it. Okay. So you just put a little lubricant on, and you just go right in. And then between your thumb and your forefinger, I'm feeling the one now at 7 o'clock, and feels like a little garbanzo bean under there.
How big is it?
About the size of a garbanzo bean.
Is that unusually big?
No. Well, I mean, it definitely needs to be done.
Oh boy.
And then I got some out, but now she kicked me off.
Does this hurt her?
No. I mean, I'm sure it's not comfortable, but...
Oh boy, I smell it. Oh wow. Oh wow, a garbanzo
Okay.
bean?
And there's
Oh, disgusting.
that's one side. So keep holding her.
So again, what were the orientation? What was the
We're gonna come out the
orientation?
other side now.
I was distracted.
So if you think of the anus as a clock...
Oh my god.
You think of the anus as a clock face with 12 at the top and 6 at the bottom. One
Okay.
anal gland is about where the 5 would be.
Okay.
And one anal gland is about where the 7 would be. So I'm going to just getting a little bit more oil on my finger here. And then you just stick this finger in. And then now I'm feeling where at the 5 o'clock position. This side's a little bit larger.
Oh boy. Do you think this kind of feels good in a
You can
way?
probably see that one coming out on the, oh yeah, once you're done. But that one probably could see coming out on the...
Oh god. Oh.
This is why most people don't mind paying their vet to do this.
So
And then usually, what can we wipe her off with?
how often? Oh, some hypochlorous. Oh, which you know from my other episode, hypochloric acid is a great antibacterial, safe Save for in-vet medicine. Yep, to wipe off.
Yeah, there's a commercial product called Vetricin
Oh God!
that you can buy that's mostly hypochloric acid. I'm not endorsing it necessarily, but I've just seen it on the market.
But you can just make your own too.
Yeah.
So, but this works great for cleaning up stuff like this. Oh my gosh! So how often? Oh my God! So how often do you have to do this, Matt?
Well, some dogs never need it done. We don't really fully understand what they're there for. Some dogs never need it done. Some need it done every couple weeks. Worst case scenario is they get so big and they get clogged and they won't empty and they can get abscessed.
Okay.
Olive
says my turn. My turn.
So sometimes they can get abscessed. If you notice any bleeding back there or excessive licking, that means your dog has anal gland abscess. And that usually can be easily treated with antibiotics and cleaning it out. Worst case scenario, some surgical intervention, but
So
that's
prevention,
very, very rare.
prevention is the key to do
Yeah.
this on a regular basis. Okay.
Any vet can do it. Any vet hospital can do it. Usually just as a technician appointment, you just make the appointment, take the dog in, and all you pay for is the anal gland expression. You don't have to pay to see the doctor.
Or you can
Groomers-
just do it yourself.
Yeah. Groomers can do it. Okay.
Okay, so now it's Olive's turn, and we ran out of gloves because we only
No,
had.
there was one more.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Oh, Matt
Yeah.
saved one glove. Damn.
You brought 3.
Okay, I was hoping that Matt would have to do this without gloves. Okay.
So then the external method is just, it's not going to be as thorough, but it's kind of better than nothing. And then
So here's Olive, and she's completely
she
clueless.
really wanted some attention.
She did want it. She's excited. She likes to be on TV. Okay.
Okay, so now you just kind of put your hand, one at 5 and one at 7 o'clock, and you just kind of squeeze in and up, and she might be empty, but you just, let's see. So you just kind of squeeze and pinch, basically pinch, squeeze in and up, and if there's anything in there, which hers feel empty.
I think she has something in there.
Huh?
I think she has something in there.
Well,
Nothing?
I don't feel anything. I mean, I could go in internally and just double check.
Yeah,
but-
let's double check.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not getting anything.
Do we
But that's
need-
how I do cats.
Do we need more
Just
oil?
kind of go in and, yeah, let's get
Okay.
a little oil. A little lubricant for her.
See, this can actually be super fun.
Well, depends on what your idea of fun is.
Get a little olive oil, a little bit of
Olive
balsamic
oil for
vinegar.
Olive oil for Olive.
Olive oil for Olive. She says, what's she doing back there?
Okay.
Okay.
So now I'm just gonna go in and
He's a good girl. He's a good girl, baby.
yeah, there's some in there, yeah.
Oh, good. Hers aren't quite as stinky. Lucy's smelly.
One side, yeah. So only one side was full. The other side, only her right side was full. The left side was empty.
So if Lucy was a garbanzo bean, which one was this one? Or how big was this one?
That was like a pea.
A pea?
And the other side was empty.
Nice job.
So let me clean her off too.
Nice job. Lucy says I was a garbanzo bean.
But yeah, so as you can see, the external method usually isn't quite as thorough because if they're not too big or they're just a little bit deeper under the surface, not as much will come out. Usually if they're really full, you'll get something out.
Okay, so in summary, if you're doing the internal method, which I never do, I always do the external method.
Okay.
And so external method is, what's the orientation for external method?
You use so you go to the, you can turn around again, I'll show you. Yeah. Ideally do this with gloves, of course. So you look at, looking at her anus, you just put your fingers down at the bottom at about where 5 and 7 would be, and you just kind of sometimes you'll feel them under that. It'll feel like a little garbanzo bean or a pea, and then you just kind of push at the bottom of the gland, push in and up.
And just kind of play with it. And then if you're internal, you feel it, and then
Yeah,
you're
you
at
put your finger in, and then you can feel it between your thumb and your forefinger. You just kind of grab onto it, and the same thing, you just kind of milk it from the bottom of the gland up into the rectum.
Okay. All right. Well, fantastic. Well, thank you so much. And Lucy and Olive are going to get compensated.
They'll get some treats.
Yeah, they'll get lots of treats today.
Lucy's
And
bouncing around.
Lucy's so happy. She says she feels so much better after that. And she is Olive.
Olive.
Play nice. And Lucy says that she was not abused just now, that actually was awesome. And she suggests that you do that to your pets at home because she says that it is very freeing and
it is uncomfortable.
And it's uncomfortable, and she feels like a new woman.
If you ever notice your dog sitting down quickly and scooting his butt on the ground, or walking around and all of a sudden stopping and turning to lick back there, that usually means that there is some issue back there, and it's uncomfortable, and that's when it's time to get it emptied, or they might become abscessed, infected.
Butthole surfing. So thank you so much for tuning in today, and we will catch you next time.